Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things I've learned as I have grown up into the person that I am today. And PP just jumped up here and said, I would like to be in a video today. I haven't been in a video, and he loves being in videos because he thinks he's super famous. And when you put that out there in the world, you can have anything you want. So make PP famous. All right, today I'm going to do something that I haven't done on my channel in a while. Actually, if you watch my channel before it was Peterisms, it was called My So-Called Healthy Life. And I talked a lot on there about motivational books and self-help books and meditation books. And I would read meditations on there. And so this is kind of like in that vein. But I want to share my experience with something, and I've talked a lot about this on my vlog. So if you watch my vlog, the channel's listed below. It's called Peter Vlogs. I've talked about gratitude at length and how it works in my life. So I've also talked on there, and I don't know if I've talked about it on here or not, but the book, The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, I actually think I talked about it in my video that I did last week called Self-Help Books or something like that. So I went up into the Barnes & Noble because I couldn't find my copy of it. And I bought The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, and she is the author of The Secret. And I want to just read some parts of it to you because this book profoundly changed my life when I read it a couple years ago. It's actually an activity workbook that you do for 28 days. And I started it today, and when I did it before, I remember being like so positive and so happy while I was doing it. And my husband even commented on it at that time. I don't know if you would remember that or not today, but he commented on it at the time. He was like, you know, I can tell that like you're happier right now. And so I got this book, and I don't remember. I remember like little things about it, but I don't remember every activity. So the back of it says, one word changes everything. For more than 20 centuries, words within a sacred text have mystified, confused, and been misunderstood by almost all who read them. Only a very few through history have realized that the words are a riddle, and that once you solve the riddle, once you uncover the mystery, a new world will appear before your eyes. In The Magic, Rhonda Byrne reveals this life-changing knowledge to the world. Then on an incredible 28-day journey, she teaches you how to apply this knowledge in your everyday life. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your circumstances, The Magic is going to change your entire life. And obviously, this is not a sponsored video, so I don't get anything out of talking about her book. I just really, this book changed me. So I wanted to go in here and read a little bit to you guys of like the intro part in here, which is rather long. And it talks in here, it says, do you believe in magic? You can see I am at the end of day 1. And I am dog-earing this book because I'm going to make this book messy. And I also have a notebook, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. But I love what she says in here. And it says, do you believe in magic? And there's a quote from Roald Dahl. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Remember when you were a child? Okay, first of all, I just have to say, when I read this part of the book several years ago, and I was standing in the bookstore, and I read this, I was like, I need this book. So I hope you maybe have the same response to it. Remember when you were a child and you looked at life in total wonder and awe? Life was magical and exciting, and the smallest things were utterly thrilling to you. You were fascinated by the frost in the grass, a butterfly flittering through the air, or any strange leaf or rock on the ground. You were full of excitement when you lost a tooth because it meant the tooth fairy would be coming that night, and you would count down the days to that magical night of Christmas. Even though you had no idea how Santa Claus could get to every child in the world in one night, somehow he did, and he never let you down. Reindeer could fly, there were fairies in the garden, pets were like people, toys had personalities, dreams came true, and you could touch the stars. Your heart was full of joy, your imagination knew no limits, and you believed that life was magical. There is an exquisite feeling many of us had as children that everything is good, that every day promises more excitement and adventure, and that nothing could ever thwart our joy for the magic of it all. But somehow, as we grew into adults, responsibilities, problems, and difficulties took their toll on us. We became disillusioned, and the magic we once believed in as children faded and disappeared. It's one of the reasons why as adults we love to be around children so that we can experience that feeling we once had, even if it's just for a moment. I am here to tell you that the magic you once believed in is true, and it's a disillusioned adult perspective of life that is false. The magic of life is real, and it's as real as you are. In fact, life can be far more wondrous than you ever thought it was as a child, and more breathtaking, awe-inspiring, and exciting than anything you've ever seen before. When you know what to do to bring forth the magic, you will live the life of your dreams. Then you will wonder how you ever could have given up in believing in the magic of life. You may not see reindeer fly, but you will see the things you've always wanted appearing before your eyes. and you will see the things you've dreamed of for so long suddenly happening. You will never know exactly how everything weaves together for your dreams to come true, because magic works in the invisible realm, and that's the most thrilling part. Are you ready to experience some magic again? Are you ready to be filled with awe and wonder every day like when you were a child? Get ready for the magic. Our adventure begins 2,000 years ago when life-changing knowledge was hidden within a sacred text. Okay, so when I read that part in the bookstore, I was like, oh my God, what is the secret? Because if you ever read The Secret, it's about the law of attraction, and I believe in it kind of a lot, but like, I think you have to really put it into action. I don't think you just go, red Porsche Cayenne and one sitting in your driveway. You know what I mean? Like, I think you have to work and like earn the money to get there and all that kind of stuff. But when I read that, I was like so excited. I was like, oh my God, somebody's going to teach me the magic of the world. And then when I realized it was about what I'm about to tell you, I was like, seriously? Like, okay. So the next part goes in here, and I just want to read, I'm not going to read the whole book, obviously, to you, but it says, a great mystery is revealed. The following passage comes from the Gospel of Matthew in the Holy Scriptures. Now, when you read this book, she talks in here about whatever your belief system is, whether you believe, you know, in the universe or the air, or you're an atheist, or you're agnostic, or you're a Christian, or you're Buddhist, or Native American, or whatever you are, you believe in, this book can work in that context. So she's just using this as a reference point. The following passage comes from the Gospel of Matthew in the Holy Scriptures, and it has mystified, confused, and been misunderstood by people over the centuries. Here's the quote. Whoever has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has, will be taken from him. You have to admit that when you read the passage, it appears unjust, as it seems to be saying that the rich will get richer, and the poor will get poorer. But there is a riddle to be solved in this passage, a mystery to uncover, and when you know it, a new world will open up for you. The answer to the mystery that has eluded so many for centuries is hidden in one word: gratitude. And then she requotes it and puts the word gratitude in it. Whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. By the revelation of one-handed word, a cryptic text is made crystal clear. 2,000 years have passed since those words were recorded, but they are as true today as they ever were. If you don't take the time to be grateful, you will never have more, and what you do have, you will lose. And the promise of the magic that will happen with gratitude is in these words. If you're grateful, you will be given more, and you will have an abundance. And then she goes in here and she discusses the Quran, and she discusses different forms of like religions where they talk about gratitude and the importance of gratitude, and almost every world religion and thought process and philosophy. She goes in here so that she doesn't just make it seem like it's from one point of view. When I was standing in the bookstore and I read that years ago, I thought, really? Like, I don't want to practice gratitude for 28 days, okay? Is this the month of Thanksgiving? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when everybody on Facebook puts 10 things I'm grateful for. But, like, I have really learned to believe in the power of gratitude over time. And what's interesting is that I forget sometimes how powerful gratitude really, really is, and how powerful the practice of gratitude is. And if you watch my vlogs, or if you've been listening to my videos on here consistently, you know that I have started keeping a gratitude journal since January 1st, and it has profoundly changed me. I mean, I read it, I write on it every night, and then I reread the things and say thank you. And then in the morning, I wake up and I reread my list from the night before. Now, I have something else I have to do, because in this book, what they tell you is every day you have to write 10 things you're thankful for, 10 things you're thankful for, and you have to go through and read them out loud and say thank you, thank you, thank you at the end of it, which I'd kind of forgotten I had done. So what's interesting is I was looking up in my cabinet because I have tons of notebooks, and you need to have a notebook if you're going to do this book. So I found this notebook, which I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. Well, is this not the universe speaking to me? I mean, I can't even tell you, 20 notebooks on there. This is the first one I pulled down, right? So I pull it down. This was I don't know if it was just like my memory working overtime or what, but this was the exact same notebook I had used when I did it before, because I opened it and it was like day one of like, here's my gratitude list for today. You got to take some time. I mean, this took me probably 10 minutes to do. But I like opened it up and it was like, number one was like, I'm grateful for my husband because, and you have to say why you're grateful. I'm grateful for my best friend. I'm grateful for my home, you know, and it was like, and it was dated 2013. So it's been exactly 5 years. It was February of 2013. So it's been exactly 5 years since I have done this gratitude list. And I wonder kind of why I didn't do it every year, or why I didn't wait. And in the introduction, it talks in there about how to like do maintenance gratitude once you get done with this. But I thought it was interesting. I went in here, so I have all of my, you have to write down all your dreams, okay? So you go in here and you write down your dreams about, see it says dreams, and you go in here and you do health and body, and then you go in here and write your dreams down about career or work, and then money, dreams that you have, relationship dreams, personal desires, and material things. And you literally write down exactly what your dreams are, because if you don't, then you can't fully conceptualize what would happen if your dream came true, you know? And then I also have in here, you have to write down 10 things every day. Now, if you go in here, you see that my #1 thing on here says, I am truly blessed to have my husband Alex because he supports me and loves me. Now, I can't ever write him down on there again. We've already done him, okay? We gotta do somebody else. So we might need to do Sally Joe down the street, and I'm real grateful for her pecan pie or something like that. But you can't do him again, see? So by the end of it, you're gonna have 280 things that you have done in your gratitude list every day. That's 280 things at the end of a month that you're grateful for. Plus, don't forget, I'm doing my nightly gratitude journal. But, you know, I'm not trying to sell this book. I will link it below if you want to, which, you know, I'll have an affiliate link, which means if you buy it, I'll get a little bit of money off that, like 10 cents. But you can go buy it at Barnes & Noble. I've seen them at half-price books. I actually just bought another book of hers, too, called Hero. But these, people ask me all the time, like, what is my favorite, like, self-help book? Or what kind of books do I really believe in? And, you know, The Morning Pages is one that's really great. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron is great. And this is my favorite, The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. It's fantastic. And, you know, I just love that it's done in layman's terms. And there's different like today I have to, at the end of it says read tomorrow's magical practice today, and so I went to it and it says the magic rock, and I already remember what that is, and it's about you find some special rock or shell or something that means something to you, and then you keep it by your nightstand every night, and then before you go to bed you hold the rock and you go through all of the best things that happened that day, and then you pick the one very best thing that happened, and that's your best thing for the day while you're holding the rock. And what it does is it makes you at the end of the day focus on all of the really great things that happen throughout the day. And that's gratitude in action, you know? And the more grateful we are for the things we have, and the more grateful we are for the experiences we've lived through and the people in our lives, the more abundance we're gonna have in our lives. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.